Yet another brutal killing of a Hindu has taken place in the south of Kashmir. This morning, 27-year-old Vijay Kumar, who was a bank manager of the Ilaka Dehati Bank, entered the bank premises, and shortly after, a terrorist gunned him down inside the bank premises in the Kulgam area of South Kashmir. This killing has spread fear psychosis among the minorities in the Kashmir Valley, and it comes at a time when just 2 days ago, another Hindu minority, Rajni Bala, a teacher in the government school in Kulgam, was also killed by the terrorist after her identity was checked during the morning assembly in the school. Across the Kashmir Valley, the Prime Minister's package employees, who are minority Kashmiri Pandits, have been protesting over the last 3 weeks after several threats against them by Pakistan-sponsored terrorist organizations. In fact, just 3 weeks ago, Rahul Bhatt, an employee of the J&K government under the PM package and who was posted in Budgam, was also killed by terrorists inside the Tehsildar office in Chadura. Ever since, the protests have broken out in several areas of South Kashmir, North Kashmir and Central Kashmir as well, in the Kashmiri Pandit transit camps, where the Kashmiri Pandits have been demanding the central government to shift them from Kashmir to the Jammu division because there is no sense of security and continuous threats have been pouring in from the terrorist organizations. The Jammu and Kashmir government on its part has initiated a dialogue process with the Kashmiri Pandit employees, telling them that they will be supporting them and giving them sense of security as well as safe postings at the district headquarters. But the protests haven't ended so far in the last 3 weeks, with the Kashmiri Pandit government employees demanding that they be shifted at par with other government employees to other areas of Jammu and Kashmir, and particularly in the Jammu division. Kashmiri Pandits have also been demanding that they be given, in fact, the option of not just being in the Kashmir Valley as per the bond that they have signed in the PM package, but be in the other areas of Jammu and Kashmir and perhaps the rest of the country as well. The Home Minister of India, Amit Shah, has also taken cognizance. He's been monitoring the situation, and the Ministry of Home Affairs has called an urgent emergency meeting on Friday morning where the RNAW Chief Samant Kumar Goyal, the IB Chief Arvind Kumar, the DGP of Jammu and Kashmir, Dilbag Singh, and of course the Lieutenant Governor of Jammu and Kashmir, Manoj Sinha, will also be participating, mainly to deliberate the sense of insecurity among the Kashmiri Pandits right now, the targeted assassination of minorities, and also the upcoming Amarnath Yatra that will be taking place just in a few weeks' time after a gap of 2 years. This year, Amarnath Yatra could be also a target of the terrorists at a time when a historic number of 6 lakh to 8 lakh pilgrims are expected to participate in the Amarnath Yatra this year. But at a time when there is continuous targeting and assassination of the Hindus and minorities in the Kashmir Valley, what will it take for the government to provide a sense of security and safeguarding the lives of these minorities who are scattered all across the Kashmir Valley? Back in 1990, this entire carnage and massacre against the Kashmiri Hindus had begun, when the exodus of the Kashmiri Hindus also began. But the question certainly is that after 3 decades, when the Modi government is talking about a Naya Kashmir after the abrogation of Article 370 on 5th August 2019, will this Naya Kashmir provide sense of security to the minorities and the Kashmiri Pandits, or will the killing fields and the carnage against the Kashmiri Hindus continue as of now in the valley? Certainly the biggest question right now is that what plan of action and procedure will be adopted by the central government and particularly the Ministry of Home Affairs to provide security to the hapless minorities who have been protesting on the roads over the last 3 weeks.